I'm Ashton Addison from BlockWest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Jake Udell, CEO and co-founder of Metalink. Jake, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on today.
You got it, Ashton. Thanks for having me all the way from Tulum.
That's right. And today we're talking specifically about NFTs. The craze continues to grow. Not all NFTs have equal value and access and utility, but there's a lot of innovative solutions coming out for NFTs, and it's continuing to grow. And Metalink is playing a great part in bringing more value to the NFT ecosystem. So let's kick off the conversation from you, Jake, to hear a little bit about Metalink and what are the solutions you're bringing into NFTs, and then we'll dive into the details.
You got it. So what is Metalink? Metalink's the place where NFTs hang out. We create gated chats based on verified token holdings. So based on the NFTs you own, we put you in chats with your community. We started as just a private chat app for CryptoPunks, and we didn't know what to expect. Would anybody actually want to connect to a platform like this? And what we learned very quickly was that they did. In the first 48 hours, over 15% of CryptoPunks joined our platform. We became the first place on the internet where you could actually see the NFTs somebody owns and message them at the same time. And from there, we launched Bored Ape Yacht Club, Cool Cats, World of Women, and even recently, a couple weeks ago, we launched a server for OpenSea. So we've become I'd say the premier trusted, safe and secure platform for you to talk about your NFTs. And over the course of the next few months, we'll roll out trading as well, which we're really excited about.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting, Jake, and thank you for that intro. And yeah, there's definitely some solutions in Metalink that I know are a problem in the NFT space right now. And I feel like one of those is just chats that are convoluted or groups and trying to get groups of NFT holders or even DAOs together. And I feel like currently they're trying to use Discord, and it just seems like a mess. There are like thousands of channels of people saying good morning, and where's the value in that? I'm sure you're sort of probably familiar with a lot of NFT groups being on Discord. Maybe you can talk about that transition and why Metalink is better as a chat platform for NFTs.
Yeah, when you're on Discord, you don't really ever know exactly who you're dealing with, right? Like somebody could technically have the same username. Anybody can get into your inbox. Metalink was built as a Web3 solution that's really focused on thinking about what the problems are for this community. This isn't our ninth biggest vertical. NFTs are our one and only vertical. We're building for you, the NFT community. And so examples of that are like simple things such as message requests, right? Where you could have a folder that allows new messages that come in to go there instead of directly into your inbox. But also the fact that you can see the NFTs somebody owns when they message you is very helpful in preventing scams and spams from actually being large on the platform. And you have to be, in order to enter any of the actual community-based chats on our platform, you actually have to own the NFT of that collection that you're talking in. And so I think that also has been an inhibitor that's created a safe and secure place for people to connect around their NFTs. We still have a long way to go. We've only been building this for about 7 months. And every day we work hard and we try to ship new features that we think will be valuable to the community. And it's really only just beginning.
Definitely. And great point there about verifying the authenticity of the account with the NFTs. From what I understand, you can, without giving away your private keys, you can go into your wallet and prove that you have the NFT in your wallet, and then that attaches to your account so that personally, there's a lot of, I've seen so many impersonators, especially in Discord, getting messages, and it's really hard to tell if that is the actual person that you think it is.
Absolutely. I think that, in Web 1, it was about how we connect with information. Web 2 was how we connect with each other. Web 3 is how we interact with value. And a lot of the Web 2 platforms weren't built to think about how we actually engage and connect around these, I call them connected experiences, right? Where your wallet's connected and you're actually looking to achieve something. And so Metalink was built with that in mind. It's our mission to enable you to own those connected experiences, from payments to social and everything in between. Today, we think about owning our payments maybe in our crypto and our MetaMask, but what about owning our followers? Or what about owning the posts that we make on social media? These are things that aren't really talked about a lot yet, but blockchain is actually going to be a reasonable solution for and a great solution for. And so that's sort of our grand mission. And I think the way that we think about achieving that is figuring out how do we actually connect chat and payments, social and crypto together in one unified super app. We saw this happen in the East where WeChat is such an intuitive app that, a lot of people really love, whereas big tech in America is typically frowned upon. And I think that there's an opportunity, where iMessage, Messenger, and WhatsApp don't have to be so segregated from PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Maybe, I guess the elephant in the room, Ashton, is who needs another chat app? Right? Probably not you and not I, but at the same time, what if there was a chat app that intuitively tapped into our needs as cryptopreneurs, if you will? So that's really what we're trying to create with Metalink.
Definitely, and I completely understand you, Jake. There's too many chat apps, and all of them you don't want to use. And personally, I know many crypto people that are searching for, whether it's a decentralized messenger or one that can attach to your Ethereum wallet or send payments in the chat. And you mentioned there sort of expanding that out beyond just a messenger to a social platform that you can actually be rewarded and first of all have ownership of the content that you produce, and then be rewarded handsomely for producing content, right? And how it works now on social media is you don't own the content that you produce and you don't really get rewarded either. So I'm really looking forward to down the road, if that is something, to expand beyond a holistic place. And you're right, we don't need more messengers, but we do need one that is good. So let's hope Metalink can provide that.
Yeah, absolutely. We need one that can actually link us to the experience of the metaverse. Right now, when you click on a channel in other chat platforms, you're going into a text-based channel. You know exactly what that is that you're getting. And on Metalink, our channels will be text-based, but they can also be something completely different. So for example, today we just rolled out our integration with Chainlink VRF to set a new standard for NFT giveaways. What I mean by that is when you go into the channel, instead of getting a text channel, you're actually on a contest landing page. And with just one click, because you're already signed in with your wallet for Metalink, you can actually enter this contest directly with your wallet. And what this does is it makes it very simple for us to actually tabulate the wallets that have come in. But then from there, we use Chainlink VRF to make sure that the winners, are provably random and verified. And it's a tamper-proof smart contract that is public for everybody to see who the winners are. So that these contests, there's so many of these contests, whether it's to win custom Nike Air Force Ones that dead fellas are putting out, or it's to win one of the many allow list spots to the hottest new collections. These are really important opportunities for people to generate wealth, and they want to know that the winners are selected fairly. And so that's why we integrate with Chainlink VRF. And so today it could be a text channel or a giveaway, but tomorrow, who's to say that you don't click a channel and wind up in a metaverse experience? A lot of the metaverse experiences today, it's quite intimidating to figure out where do you go to actually explore the metaverse. And we believe that you may want to just click on a channel and just be linked right into the metaverse. And that's what Metalink's trying to do.
Great point, Jake. With the metaverse at the stage that it's at now, fairly early on, I feel like there's not a lot of direction on what you can do. There's all these open worlds, and you walk in and you're like, well, there's a billion things potentially I could do, but what do I want to do? And how can we make it easier to go to the place that you want to go or meet with the like-minded people that you want to meet in the metaverse with one click? And it sounds like that's part of what Metalink's vision is.
Yeah. Have you explored the metaverse at all?
I have explored it a little bit, but for me, still, it's not something that I could be in there for multiple hours without getting bored or without getting ticked off at the graphics quality, and I think it needs to still improve a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And where do you see NFTs? Because NFTs in the metaverse, they're two separate things, but really they can work cohesively, and they're continuing to grow together. In Metalink's vision, how do you see what you have now fitting into the metaverse? Is it having channels and then moving those into specific metaverses of other companies, or maybe an in-house solution? What do you see there?
I see a couple things. I see sort of this short-term solution where the next generation's first exposure to crypto, I believe, is going to be through play-to-earn gaming. And in play-to-earn gaming, you're going to win an NFT. And you're going to need somewhere where you can display that NFT, socialize around that NFT, and transact that NFT all in the same place. And it's going to be a lot easier if this place is a unified platform that doesn't require you to have a different profile and wallet on one platform and a different one on another platform. And this will allow you to actually carry your reputation with you from game to game to game. Now, that's the short-term idea of how I think we can sort of service the metaverse. But the long-term vision is that our platform, the servers themselves will actually be able to live in multiple places at the same time. And what I mean by that is imagine being able to have the server on metalink.com or on our mobile app, but then also it actually exists in the game. And so let's say that you're in Sandbox and you have a chat going with your neighbors. You could actually have that Metalink chat going with your neighbors on Sandbox, but it could also be living in Metalink as well. And so whether you want to go to Metalink or you want to be in Sandbox, regardless, you can have that same chat going at the same time. Sort of decentralizes the chat experience a bit.
Definitely. Very cool. Looking forward to seeing how that plays out. And one other thing you mentioned as well was being able to exchange or purchase, get new NFTs. Is that something that's in the works in the long-term future, near-term future for Metalink?
Yeah, so we have a launch pad where we get behind projects that we believe in, and sometimes we partner with them. We get behind them because we want to give those opportunities to our community to get in early. You look at like a Binance Launchpad or a CoinList offering. Binance Launchpad, they gave Sandbox and Matic and a bunch of other amazing projects the privilege of getting their tokens to regular people who just kind of applied to want to get in on these ICO offerings. And look at how well those projects have done. I mean, some of them it's like 300-400x, right? So we like to do the same around NFTs. We've put out Cool Man's Universe, and we actually put recently like Cool Pets and Dead Friends through our Launchpad as well, where we basically use it as a platform to give away those spots. And that was sort of the first time that we started to really interact with the value around the NFTs themselves and provide that value to our community. Moving forward, we have lots of ideas of how to expand that. We're really excited about it. But when it comes to actually the trading itself, we'll be rolling out something called Metaswap. And what Metaswap will do is it'll be, I mentioned earlier that Metalink was the first time you can see the NFT somebody owns and message them at the same time. And the missing step of the triangle is to actually be able to transact with them. And so we'll be rolling out a peer-to-peer trading platform that will allow you to not just actually offer, my dead fella plus some Ethereum for your Bored Ape, but it will also allow you to chat in that same interface. And we're really looking forward to rolling that out.
Super cool. And I really do love that because I feel like these auction platforms, if it's somebody that has something that you want and you're both in the NFT space and you want to connect, you should really be able to make it easier for people that are in such a small niche market, which is just continuing to grow, to be able to create synergy between each other and have a discussion if they want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It's like if you want to chat, if you want to trade, we think trading is going to be really big. And, we weren't interested in competing with traditional marketplaces at this time, and so we really wanted to roll out something that we thought could be beneficial to the community. We're always thinking like, what does the community need? What does the community want? And when we were seeing that so many people were having trouble conducting trades, some of the Discords have like a 14-step process for how to execute a trade in a safe and secure way. We thought Metalink may be able to provide a solution there.
Definitely. And with OpenSea and the trading volumes only continue to grow. I know that OpenSea actually exceeded eBay, and they were doing like billions in volume for
exceeded eBay.
Yeah, exceeded eBay.
Wow!
In such a short amount of time. eBay's been around
for
decades. So with that, do you see NFTs continuing, with exponential growth, or like the markets in Bitcoin, there's ups and there's downs as well. Do you see like lulling points with NFTs throughout this year and the next year, or do you see the trend just continuing?
Yeah, so I believe there's blue chip projects, like Bored Apes, where they're probably going to be around for a very, very, very long time. But a lot of the projects, it's a lot of hype, it's a lot of FOMO and FUD and craziness, and people are just kind of looking for that quick flip. And it's very, it reminds me so much of that ICO era that you lived through and kind of saw, where a lot of the projects just didn't really have the entrepreneurial capacity or necessarily the depth and an actual value that they provide to the ecosystem to create a really long-term value proposition to the people that were actually owning these tokens or speculating on them. And so I think we're going to see the same with NFTs. And on one side, that's kind of scary, but on the other side, the value of NFTs is only going to grow. Like, I think we're going to see NFTs take on many different meanings. I definitely follow Chris Dixon's ideology that tokens are the new websites, and websites at the beginning were just like, almost like a here's your recipe, right? When you're going to cook or something, just information. But websites have become so much more than that. Obviously, it's the way we do so many things, the way we get e-commerce shipped to our doorstep the next day, right? So I think that we're going to see NFTs take on a really big evolution compared to what they are today. And with that, obviously, the prices will continue to kind of go up and down because it is a very volatile asset class. But nonetheless, it's one where it's very fun to collect. There's always been people, you mentioned eBay before, people are always interested in collecting. It's how eBay got its start. And I think that this is a very fun way to collect where you don't have to ship things back and forth. And you can feel like you're actually part of a community because it's all trackable on the blockchain, which is a really nice facet of an NFT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very well said, Jake. And earlier when you were speaking about, having a unified login or being able to have the chat in different platforms, how do you keep track of your account? And what I'm most excited about is, those Web3 logins themselves, no longer having to have a separate account created on every single platform. You have thousands of accounts, or trying to log in with Google or Facebook, and then you say something they don't like, and then they delete your account, and all of a sudden your account is deleted on all of those platforms. Now you can have your NFT, you can have your wallet logged in, and you can go to any website that's Web3, and you can just log in through that, and you don't ever have to remember different passwords or emails. And I feel like that's going to be a huge advantage for Web3 as we continue to grow out.
Absolutely. Makes so much sense, right? We've been working with a company that won the Ethereum naming service grant to create the Ethereum Authentication standard. And we use the Ethereum Authentication standard. The company's called Spruce ID. Mm-hmm. When you go to log in with Google or Facebook, somewhere on the internet, you're not fearful that you're going to get hacked or that something really bad is going to happen to you. At worst, maybe you're sharing some data, but it's not the private data. It's not like your password or something like that. It's not like you're, at risk of giving up your assets. And we really need to get this authentication standard to the point where people are comfortable knowing exactly what they're signing in a message and understanding what they're actually giving up, because smart contracts obviously are capable of so many things, good and bad. And in order to detract the nefarious actors, we need to create more clarity. And one of the things, with Metalink, we've seen, you mentioned eBay before and how OpenSea's passed them in revenue. Back in August, Etsy did $1 billion in revenue, eBay did $7 billion in revenue, and OpenSea, that was that sort of breakthrough month where it was like, whoa, what's going on? I did 3.65 billion in revenue. And the first 3,000 wallets that connected Metalink, where these collectors and owners were giving us a chance, they made up over 350 million of the 3.65 billion in revenue. So it was over 9%. And it was sort of a sign to us that we're headed in the right direction, and we are creating a platform for the biggest collectors in the world. And over time, we knew we had to start there to get trust and safety, but over time, we really are excited to roll this platform out to the entire NFT community.
Definitely, and I'm very excited as well. Jake, thank you so much for explaining all of this and taking the time to come and chat. I really do appreciate it. And now for the viewers that have NFTs, whether it's one that you mentioned or one that's up and coming on the platform, or they just want to start using Metalink, what is the best way for them to learn more and to get involved right now?
Yeah, just go check out metalink.com. You log in with your MetaMask. It's really simple. If you have a ledger and you want to verify one of the NFTs on your ledger, you do have to log in that first time with your wallet. But you're actually able to go into settings afterward and connect another wallet that has no NFTs in it, and you never have to log in with your ledger ever again. That was a big thing that we wanted to roll out to make it for people. So you can log in at metalink.com. You can follow us at Metalink Labs on Twitter. I'm Jake Udell on Twitter, and I welcome your messages and looking forward to connecting and continuing to build for you the NFT community.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jake. I appreciate it. All the best with Metalink moving forward, and let's follow up in the near future.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashton. Appreciate your time.